everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is like the 5th time I have tried to record this video because I keep getting tongue-tied and it's making me laugh. So I think I'm just going to go with it now, so laugh with me. Welcome back to my channel. I have a very large album share with you today, and it's so big that I'm going to have to move the camera back and forth, so I apologize. And if it's too bad of a video, I just will redo again. So anyway, in the 2018, me and my son took several trips, and this is 2 of the events into one, so it's a really, really thick album. Let me see if I can, I mean, that's a lot. So what I do is, this is an album from, this is the Post albums from Michaels, the $20 ones that I usually get when they're like massive sales and you get them for $5 or $6. And I turn them into ring binders, and I'm going to have a video on showing that. So I'm just going to dive right in, and I'm going to try to move the camera without making you all sick. So I have this right here. This is the Tennessee collection that I got at my local scrapbook store, which is in Fairview Heights, Illinois, and it's called the Scrapbook Factory. If anybody's around, check it out. And so most of the stuff that I have used in this first half was for the Tennessee collection and stuff that I got there, and it was a road trip that me and my son took on his spring break. We went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, so this is, you know, I use a lot of the Tennessee. Then over here is, it was March 28th, so this is like skee ball. This is an Echo Park. A lot of it is just really old paper that I tried to use up as much as possible. And these cute little bows, they were in a Hip Kit Club. Then we'll go back over here where all the glare is. And this is Hole in One, and I used these little acetates letters. I have no idea where I got them. I did order this whole mini putt-putt kit off of Amazon. My son literally kept getting holes in ones, and we weren't even cheating, and I was like, this is not fair. This is a, I want to say a Stampin' Up! Paper, but again, not 100% sure. This was back when I didn't write stuff down like I do real well now. This is the hotel room. So that was our room key, and just some bits and bobbles here and thickers, and I still got the little ephemera stickers, and this was our, that was the date. So, oh no, that was our room, 305, huh? Because I was like, that's not the date, it was just the 28th. So that's our room number. I took some cards that I had and flipped them around and did the room number again. There's my beautiful puppy. We went to the Ripley's Aquarium, so I took a lot of the ephemera that I had from that day. I used, like, here's our tickets. Again, this is just a collection kit, some Dollar Tree fishes. This was us waiting outside to get in, and this was like part of their brochure. And then some more of that really cheap pattern paper. I tried to use as much of that as I could. This is these are fabric stars that were in a Hip Kit Club, and I colored them. I'm using colored as like a loose term there. On, like, again, really old pattern paper. These sequins came in a Hip Kit Club, and I had never used them, and I finally got them used. Then we move on to this picture with some ephemera and some cute, I made these stickers into puffy pieces, and then it was 3/29's the date. I tried to use up a lot of the alphas that I had as well. This is a paper, it's a canvas paper, and I have no idea how I was going to use that, so it worked. Because you can't really tell. It's like a flowery print, but I turned it sideways, trying to hope it kind of maybe looks like waves in the background. Yeah. There's my dog again. Hi, baby. That's my little dog. Well, not little dog. It's my rescue pet. All the other one's going to come hang out. Here's another one. I used some twine this time to kind of get behind them. I know there was so much glare on this. I'm so sorry. And this was totally in one of those little, in that Tennessee thing where it said scrapbook moment. I was like, get out. Get out. The Penguin House. It's a whole bunch of different things. Some ephemera, a lot of the stuff from, okay, these right here. When my mom was in high school, and I'm almost 40, so when my mom was in high school, she had patches on her jean jacket, and I have had them since I was a little kid. She let me have them, and I used them. I was like, oh, I'll get grandma in here. This, I was dabbling in some mixed media. I had just gotten some texture paste and a stencil, and so I kind of did this like very weird pattern. It didn't match any of the colors or anything. It was another day we were playing putt-putt golf where he totally whooped me. Now this is a double layout, so you can see it's a big heart, and this is fringe. So I literally cut all of these, cut them in strips, and then fringe scissored all the way across, and then glued them all down. There's the other guy. And we did a roller coaster, so I had a roller coaster theme. But then I traced a big heart and I cut it out. And so this was, and I also got these roller coaster stickers. But I cut out the heart, and on the other page is the cutout heart. So that was pretty cool. I seen that. I believe Paige Evans did that, and I thought that was really cool, so I tried it. And I love it. I wish I'm going to do it again. I forgot about it. I had just got my Distress Oxide, so I was working with them there. I had a lot of scraps. Those are all like scraps that I was organizing my stamps, and I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I have a ton of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, which I do 12 by 12 layouts for the most part, and so I use my, I mean, I do make some cards and stuff still, but not, I mean, I need to use up the stock. So I took in those Avery Elle package, and this was my background, but I had all these leftover pieces that were this size strips, so I just kind of made a background out of them. They look like brick walls. This was my first time hand stitching, so I used my paper pierce and a little Stampin' Up! Stencil and made all these designs, and then that's a lot harder than you think. And then embroidery stitched by hand on this layout, so even on this little heart right here. This one I did it was a challenge. I have no idea what for, but I think I just hand drew the circle, used some watercolors to get it around, and then just placed everything around it. So there's a whole bunch of little stuff in there. This is from a Michaels paper pad. Didn't realize it when I picked it up, but it was for baby's first stuff. Okay, my baby is 18, so I ain't got no first pictures that aren't in an album already. So I have tried to use what I could out of it. And so this was just the, you know, you only live once, so do it up. And then I still had some scraps from the fringe, and I had too much that I cut, so I used it there. This is a Cricut die cut that says, oh, I'm so sorry, that was my dog. Say yes to adventure on the back of one of those Tennessee papers, and some mountains, and this is just the scenic route. We drove through the mountains eating, I believe he was eating Burger King at the time. And we did this Magi quest, so this is all stuff that I hand cut from the book and the tickets and stuff, so there's nothing on there but that. This is a Cricut die cut, and I packed it. It's a golf ball, and I backed it with different colored pattern papers. This was glow in the dark putt-putt too. Another Cricut. I think I had really just got my new Cricut, and I was like loving it, so I used it on a lot of stuff. So this was the pieces that pop out, and I put it on that Tennessee paper to make a really cool background. And here's the pieces that it popped out of, so it's double spread. My kid kept hitting the jackpot on this. Like, he kept running the thing out of tickets. It was insane. That guy was laughing at us the whole time we were there. Like, every night we were there, we went over to the arcade and just played video games, and he kept hitting the jackpot. Now this is, so that was the end that was the end of the Tennessee, and hold on, this is out of the album. So that was the end of the Tennessee, and I literally just last weekend or the weekend before, I believe, switched, I think it was last weekend, switched everything into albums. I organized them by year. That was just, you know, if you're going to do that later on, just do it up front, because it's really hard later on. Now, this is the beginning of our Universal Studios Florida trip. So, again, I bought a Florida kit from the local scrap store. And I needed a title page, because this wasn't an album on its own. So I did some mixed media, which is just the Ranger Delusion spray in turquoise, on a turquoise background with this cute little mermaid. And that was my tickets for like a day. Here's some more mixed media, and I did some paper tearing, and this was us getting on the road going to Florida. And I had this whole trip with this, so cute. It's this little Volkswagen van. This is when we got to Florida, and it was the back of that page. So it was supposed to be a double spread, but the way it ended up in this book, it's just front and back. So I got the holographic hello. I also bought a whole bunch of Universal Studios and Harry Potter kits to go in this, so I tried to use them as much as possible. Cricut die cut. This was just the first night. I got some flair, some splatty bits. These are from Michaels. This paper here is from the Harry Potter kit. My kid's carrying pizza. Also Harry Potter kit. These sunglasses were die cut, and I have metallic paper, so I added those in there, and then I just layered up a whole bunch. I had this, I went to a yard sale, I don't know if it was from the yard sale or the flea market, but this lady had a whole bin of stuff that she was like $5. And it also came with one of those scrapbooking rolling totes, so I was like, score, I'll take it. Well, it had a whole bunch of like 8x8 kits. And at this time, I didn't do mini albums at all. So I was like, how am I ever going to use those? And I was like, gotta use them up. So I fussy cut, and I literally just took that whole kit, and there was such thin paper that, as you can see, there's hardly any dimension, because it is such thin paper that the layering of all of them didn't even affect that at all. Cricut die cut. More turquoise media. That must have been my color this month. Some Paige Evans rub-ons. Just a whole bunch of little squishy. There's some sequins in there and some twine. I had a whole bunch of scraps from a Echo Park kit, so I ripped them all and layered them up. And I thought that was fun, and this was just hashtag here. I mean, there's not a lot, I didn't really... The background was kind of enough. You didn't really want to get a lot of other things in there. That's my son. Just a whole bunch of, like, you know, some squishy stickers. Just a whole bunch of layering on that in a little grid, a very closed, tight grid design. Some mixed media on this one. I took black and did some metallics. Did a whole bunch of metallic that I got from Target, I believe, with the fun little flip-flops, and then a whole bunch of random bits up there. I cut up a Project Life card. Again, double page here, so I had a whole bunch of splatty bits on that because it was meeting Optimus Prime and meeting Bumblebee, the Transformers. We left into that because we walked around the corner, they were standing there, and there was no line. I painstakingly made all these rosettes. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say for that, because that took a... I mean, I think I burnt and blistered my fingers, but there was not a lot going on there. But the picture, a couple little puffy stars here and there, some little word stickers, but, I mean, other than making the rosettes, that probably took maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. The page was easy to put together, because you just stick it all down, and it's done. Now we're definitely getting into using the kit paper, so I took a craft knife and cut that and then tucked that picture in there. So another little flare up here with these clear acetate stickers. I don't know if you can see that. And then in my Universal Studios kit, I had a Minion paper. So luckily we went on the Minion ride and we seen the Minions. They were walking around there, so that worked. I have no idea what bananas have to do with Minions, but it was on the back of the paper, so it worked. And now here's all the Harry Potter stuff. And if you know me, I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter. I bought this, me and my best friend, me and my Riri, we went to, I made her go with me to a scrapbooking convention, and I bought this little die cut. Probably spent like $5 on that thing, but I finally used it. Look, Riri, I finally used that. If you're watching this, shout out. Like, thumbs up right there, Riri, because I used it. See, I'm using my stuff. Gryffindor paper, I did some stamping. I finally started stamping. I had to take a moment and breathe at this point. My kid was, stop it, Mom. The Dragons, Diagon Alley, and then this is just Fire Wishes. So this was some white foam thickers that I colored. I don't even know where I got this little guy, but it's a little dragon charm. My kid will not take a normal picture with me. We bought a wand and we were trying it out. I told him I'm a really big, I love Harry Potter. It's like, yes! So it was spell casting, and this was on the Harry Potter kit. It was the wand boxes and all the spells. I ordered these sorting hat rubber guys, so I have like 1,000 of those. A lot of them didn't make it on here, but it's okay because I will have other things to use. This is the Hogwarts Express, and this was actually a page kit that I bought from the local scrapbooking store. So I really believe the only thing that I added was this little guy right here, and then it's a double page layout, and I added this little train charm here. Other than that, I pretty much followed that sketch and used those papers right up. And then this is the vault. Used another one of those little guys. So, and then we moved into Jurassic Park. So I had a Jurassic Park stuff. No idea. It was just really cute. I think I got this in a SWAT swap a long time ago. So I used that and some little things. When I was making it, I needed one extra page to make the album even in the original album. So literally it's just the Jurassic Park and a whole bunch of ephemera, a whole bunch of the stuff used. Some more. This one was really pretty. It was like an orange and yellow themed kit on this for the dinosaurs, because this is the back of the dinosaur thing, and I cut this little thing out here. And then I use oh my god, I'm sorry if you hear my kid in the background. This is, do you know how in those My Big Ideas page kits they give you lots of chipboard? Well, this is that frame. It was a fishy themed frame, and I painted it black because I was never going to use that fishy themed frame. This one I used the remnants of all of the other pages from this little dinosaur pack, hole punched them and then put them on here. I took this I call it a long neck dinosaur. Have you ever seen Land Before Time? That was on a piece of paper, but I fussy cut that out and then stuck it on there. And then this was a white Cricut, white cardstock Cricut die cut, and I took real dark blue into real light blue, which was almost like pale, and blended it with a paintbrush. And one more time, because we like to play mini golf, the kid won a free token. He won a whole bunch of them because he beat the course. and there were people around that were like, dude, that kid was really good. And I was like, yeah, I suck. And that is it. That is the end of my album. So I hope I didn't make you too sick going back and forth. And thumbs up if you liked the video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.